Thank you for joining us for the Orange County Arts Council's virtual studio visit. This program is made possible by donations from people like you. 50% of donations go directly to the artists featured, and 50% to Orange County Arts Council programs. Please consider donating today. You can donate by going to ocartscouncil.org. The Arts Council's virtual studio visits are presented in partnership with the Newburgh Free Library and are made possible in part by NYSCA, the New York State Council on the Arts.
Welcome everyone to the last studio visit of 2021 of Orange County Arts Council. This program is brought to you in partnership with the Newburgh Free Library. And today I'm very excited to present Augusta Williams. And first, I want to also say that this program does accept donations. And the donations that we receive, we split it 50-50 with the artist and with the Orange County Arts Council. And any donation just really helps support us. We are looking for a sponsor for the 2022 program. So if you would like to reach out to us, we really need your support in order to continue this program. I'm very excited about this. I'm going to read to you Augusta's bio because it is so concise and informative. I just loved it. Augusta is a U.S. Navy veteran who found his talent as an artist while participating in Veterans Administration's art therapy programs. His first work won the 2018 National Veterans Art Award in the collage section. A member of the Peekskill Arts Alliance, he is exhibited as part of 2019 Peekskill Open Studios event, Newburgh Open Studios, and Gritworks Gallery. Augusta likes to work with found materials: paper, cardboard, cord, fabric, trims, glass, mirrors, wood with reflection and sparkle. His works follow the light and change in different settings. He seeks to create beauty of form, color, and context in the items that might normally be discarded for landfill. His idea is that beauty is resilient and can be found in unusual materials when they are repurposed and used in different ways. So welcome, Augusta. Thank you for joining us. Do we want to start with, he has works in 2 different galleries in Newburgh, and I think we were going to start with a pre-recorded video that we have entering into the space.
This is 158 Broadway, right here in Newburgh at Broadway and Johnston. Not very far from my home studio. As you can see, you can get in touch with the realtors of this property at the number ascribed here on the screen. They were nice enough to connect with Gerardo Castro from Newburgh Art Supply, and to facilitate those of us who did not have our own personal studios. There's about 5 of us. For Newburgh Open Studios, they allowed us to use their space, and it was nice. It came off very nice. There were 5 of us located there during the Newburgh Open Studios, and then at the conclusion of that, they said, "Hey, Augusta, we really like your work. Would you feel comfortable maybe leaving a couple pieces here?" And that's what ended up happening, and what you see is just a couple of pieces. Just a couple of pieces that lives. All right, this space actually, like I said, is Newburgh Realtors, and they, like I said, they were nice enough to say, "Hey, we love the way your work coincides with our space. It brightens up the place. It adds function to what they're trying to do there. It brings attention, and so it works out for both of us, because it goes a lot further being out. My work goes a lot further being out in the public eye than it does sitting in my home. This particular piece right here is a mirror that I did. I call it Icefall. That actual form is a template of myself, actually bringing the elements down upon myself, because ice falls, water, and I wouldn't survive without it. That mirror itself is a found object. it was in a dumpster, actually, where I volunteer, Yorktown Love in Action. And it's like a donation center. And I said, listen, can I have this? And he was like, anything you find in that dumpster, go ahead, help yourself to it. And that's all I needed to hear. You know what I mean? Because everything I make are from found materials. And moving right along, this is another piece of mine. It's called Wheels Up. I use a lot of circles in my work, and it represents energy, chi. It represents progress, like a wheel carries you along. And that's exactly what this piece is saying. My wife always teases me. She said, "Why is it upside down?" I said, "It's not upside down." That's not the intention. The intention is the wheel, the energy source, the progress, the process, it carries us along. We couldn't do anything without it. So no matter what type of shape we're up, down, what have you, it's always going to carry us along. These two right here, I get really excited when I see these two, because these are the first pieces that I did in Newburgh. Everything else, well, not everything else, but these particular pieces, and they're called Polar Opposites, hot and cold. It was just before the pandemic, and things were getting a little crazy. And, that's when I came up with those. So they're close to my heart. This one, Defying Darkness. All right, Defying Darkness. It pretty much speaks to, I'm a Navy veteran, and I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder from some events that happened to me while I was in the military, and not necessarily from the enemy. It was like friendly fire, so to speak. That's the nicest way I could possibly put it. But Defying Darkness is me coming out of that. Instead of trying to isolate myself and not being a part of this world and indulging in self-destructive activities that were doing nothing but holding me back, I got some help, and I'm defying darkness now. I feel some light, and as we move down, this one's another one that really speaks to that part with it. This is called Good Chi. It's the transformation of energy between two people. That energy, we have energy within ourselves, amongst ourselves, but it gets stronger when we transfer it between each other, and that's what that's about.
That's really beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I actually got that frame from my sister. My sister was into tiles and things like that. She lives in Baltimore, and she was just getting frustrated. She was getting ready to throw it away. I said, "I'll take that, please." And she gets really excited when she sees. Here's another mirror art that I use. From another mirror that I refurbished, painted, fixed up, and it's called Effervescent. And moving right along, this one is called Into the Rainforest. A lot of what I do has themes of nature, of course, like you said, the human form, which represents humanity itself. You know what I mean? But basically what I do is I use, in this particular piece, in this series, it's called The Elements, Earth, Wind, Fire, and Water, Growth, Transition, Transformation, and Rebirth. I use magazines, papers. What I do is the magazines and the paper, they're my palette. You know what I mean? They're my palette. I paint with paper. You know what I mean? Because we know colors, they elicit emotion. And if I put them together properly, I get the effect that I'm looking for. And sometimes I don't even know what that is. It just comes, you know what I mean? For instance, this one is called, and what I do is when I put all the paper together, that's the first layer. And then the second layer might be things I might embellish it with. It might be cord, wire, string, anything to give it that second dimension where it starts to raise up off the canvas. And
do you start with an idea, or do you start with the bound object?
Well, you know what? They kind of work together in sync, and the whole process is pretty organic, actually. When I see specific colors, and when I'm putting together my colors, an idea might come out of me just preparing materials to work with.
Mm-hmm.
That can be I can use different materials for different pieces. It may not be piece specific, so to speak. But what ends up happening is, I get a concept in mind. Like I was talking about nature. I was talking about the 4 elements: earth, wind, fire, and water. And that's when I came up with this one. And what came out of that, just, I don't know, it's amazing. This is one of the things this is one of those pieces. This whole series will be very hard for me to part with, if I ever parted with it. That's like something this made me an artist, man. When I did this, this made me an artist. This made me believe in myself as an artist.